I got clothes. I got my skivvies, and I got a cape, and I got a hood. I'm the mass marauder. I'm a Mexican wrestler. And the game will be released on PC, iPhones, phone devices, and tablets once it's fully developed. But anyhow, they are talking about founders will get an additional bonus of a premium account. They're talking about if you become a founder, you're going to have a premium package that you will be able to get in game at some point through the gold and silver trading market that they have. So and again, you may be able to buy straight gold with cash, but they haven't developed or released their total plans on the premium accounts. They're talking about a little bit of bonus of learning point regeneration, a little bit of bonus of fame gaining on killing mobs, but that's still in development, so they haven't even brought anything up. When you die, is there a possibility that you can find your items where you died? Yes, Bordock, depending on where you die. If you die in a red zone, which is 100% loot PvP, never going to get it. They're going to rob your body and you're going to be blind. If you die in the limited yellow PvP area, and you can see me kind of highlighting them on the screen, right now they're designed that you just lose silver, a percentage of your silver that you carry. We're trying to get the developers to implement a random roll of dropping items and or gear. So you just don't go over and beat on the guy just to get silver off him, because you can only collect so much. But we're trying to get them to develop dropping some kind of loot and making it where it's at least fun to grieve somebody. Now, talking about the yellow zones, you can stand back up. Your gear is going to take damage, but if the people are going to grief you and beat on you again as soon as you spawn, your gear is going to get trashed and they'll just leave you naked anyway. If you click the die button, because you'll have a choice of standing up or dying, if you die, your gear drops and they can loot it right away. If you die by mobs in the green zones, which is the PvE, player versus environment areas, you have a choice of spawning where you are, closest guild territory if you're in a guild, closest city, and your gear, if you choose to respawn, is protected for 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, anybody who comes across it can find it. So hopefully if you die by wolves or something, you can die on the side of the road and you can just run up and grab it. Because if you die deep in the woods, you're going to have to fight all your way through all those mobs to get your stuff again. But it is possible. It is possible to find it. Also, once you die on a map, like you have the little map that I'm covering up with my webcam, because this is PvP game and don't want to get sniped, it'll show a little icon of where you died, and you're going to have to visually remember where kind of that was and go search for your body. If you die a second time, you're going to lose the marker of your first body, and it will only show you the marker for your second body, and it's not a permanent marker, it's only like a temporary flash. So again, you would kind of have to try to remember which area and go find them. So it is possible. It is possible. Alright, I actually need to save money. I got a hood there. I got to repair these. Okay, that's actually usable. These I have to repair. My boots I have to repair. Bang. That was my previous dagger. we'll leave it like that for now. In the game, you take over territories. You have to build all these buildings. Click on the little map. This is our territory that we own. We've built all these buildings so far. We have space for a few more. And you level those in tiers. Each tier gives you the ability to only craft a certain level of weapons. So you have to keep upgrading them to get higher and higher tiers. The yellow zones have a cap of tier 5 buildings, so we can only craft tier 5 weapons. The red zones that I was showing you go up higher. So if you get into a guild that really likes player versus player, let's see, where's like these guys way up here. They're kind of the farthest team out in the boonies. Not to say this boony haunted health is any different than Treaderfell or Roguehome. You can get up to a certain level of tier in those areas as well, but it's definitely a lot higher that you can get to. There are some areas on the maps still under development with this release. Some over there. So this may be bigger areas, deeper, higher tiers down the road, or they're just covering the map to hide it. So there's definitely a big map to explore and wander and fight. There are 2 servers, one in NA, one in EU, but they are connected. So you're not going to be segregated between NA players and EU players. Every time you go into a new zone, you're actually playing on one of the other servers, and you can tell in game because there's an FPS and a ping meter. So you can tell, like when I'm on an NA server, I'm below 100. When my ping is above 100, I know I'm on a EU server, and they're all integrated. So you got people from Australia, Japan, Russia, North America, South America, Antarctica, all playing together as one big happy family. Unless you start like making fights. Let's see what else. How much is this going to cost me? This is going to cost me 236 to pay. Okay, I need my boots anyway. All right, this one 300. It's gonna be 200. The book 200. Gotta repair my ox. No, he's at 90. He's good. Okay. My dagger $1,300. I need my dagger up. And my armor 426. And we're running out of food. And that was 3,000 silver, just like that. Can one guild attack another guild? Their place for the piece of land. Yes, it's called GVG, Guild versus Guild Fighting. If we go back to the map, I think I saw one over here. You can zoom in. This red area, this group over here in this forest is attacking this farm plot for their land. You have to win five battles on a 5-on-5 team match. 5-on-5. If you win, you get their territory. Another way of getting territory, as in this case, where were we? We were. I'm lost. Okay, over here. We're up in this area. We own a couple bases. There was an enemy that had this base that I'm highlighting, flashing on the map. They forfeited their property. We could actually pay to buy it, which is, if I claim it, I can't claim because I don't have the experience. Estate plots. we can build up to tier 7 or 8 on this area here. We would have to pay for this land, and you can see they already have one building out there. What we'd do is we'd get that building, and we could finish refining and bringing it up. So if a guild has a parcel of land and they forfeit because they can't keep up with the taxes or feeding the region territory, another person or guild can go in and buy it, and it is what it is. What do the numbers on the cities mean? These little numbers in front here with the, say, 40 and zeros, those are attack or defense bonuses that you get. The longer you hold the territory, the more bonuses you get, up to 40 points. So nobody has attacked these regions. So if an attacker tries to take those areas, the defenders actually get a 40-point buff to help defend against the invaders. And that's what all these little numbers mean. 0 means they just recently took it, so over time it'll generate. Here's a 35 over on the side over here. So if they hold this for a little longer, it would get to the buff of 40. And you have towns, big towns all the way across the map. There's one there. There's one here, King's Market. New Herald Wright, Queen's Market, and you got Tormouth over on the side. There are teleporters. They act like caravans or ships. If you're out, whoop, wrong button. Come down here. Let me show you the little boats. If you're out on the coast, you can actually take a ship to ship, which is the teleporter. Or if you're inland, you kind of pseudo take a stagecoach ride, but they'll teleport you from one city to another, and they do cost. They cost based on the gear you're wearing and the materials you're carrying. So even if you were naked but you were carrying a T14 and a tier 14 item, you're going to have a big expense, even though it's only one single item. If you had one little gem, it's going to add the cost of transporting that tier item with you. Of course, the more gear you have, the more volume, the higher the price is going to be. But they do have a teleport system, so you do not have to run across the maps or walk across the maps. In game, you can buy or raise horses or oxes like this. Presto! I have a little ox. I can carry 2,000% weight with an ox. I believe the horse is capped at 800. And of course, a person caps at 200% weight. That means you can no longer move. These are available on the Legendary Founders. So they're a nice bonus, especially when you first begin. You can actually pull your horse out and zoom across the map if you want, or you can start collecting a lot of loads of gear, or I shouldn't say gear, I should say refinements, and use your ox to transport them. Again, an ox, you can carry almost 1,000 more weight than your normal person walking, which is a nice big bonus, but you can earn them eventually in game, either buying them off the auction house or raising them yourself through the farmer skill. These have become very valuable. Horses and oxes are very valuable. Here's one of the horses over here. Zoom in a little bit, kind of see the horse. They also have dire wolves, which are great PvP, player versus player mounts. Definitely end game, high tier riding mounts that you get bonuses to fight with.